That's the whole point of getting on calls with you guys is to make sure that there's you're set up, motivated, you're on track, you can ask all your questions, inspire you to get to the next level, and give you challenges. And that's exactly what we're going to do October 13th. And we created the 70-day challenge to make sure that the end of the year, which is where everybody kind of slides back instead of continues forward because certain events happen. If we're, you know, in China, for example, a lot of you have experienced Chinese national holidays, which is coming up this week. So we are starting the challenge right after that. That doesn't mean you guys can slack off, by the way. You have to continue working out in national holiday. Um, but this time period after national holiday to Christmas is critical for going into 2026, right? 2026 in our best way. And I just want to make sure that you guys don't slide back, don't give in to the holidays too soon, because that's where it can go very wrong very quickly. I've talked to a few people on the side, no one here, I don't think yet. I won't mention names, but they're like, so December's for like holidays. And I was like, yes, but technically, December holidays is depending on what country you're from, because my wife is Swedish, so Christmas is on Christmas Eve for me, Canadian. So the 24th. I don't know what they're doing, but whatever. So the 24th. And then on the 25th, we have Christmas, which is it anything in Sweden? No, probably nothing then. I don't know. And then 26th is Boxing Day for Canadians. So Christmas is kind of 3 days. It's Christmas Eve, Christmas, Boxing Day. You guys, quick hand, is Christmas 1 or 2 days for you? Sorry, 1 day? 2 day? Oh yeah, yeah, do fingers. 1 day. Julianne kind of did too, also. Yeah, so it can be like 1, 2 days, like for the actual thing. But what happens is you have a Christmas party that you've been invited to on the 19th because everyone's spending the Christmas with the friend or the family on the 25th. And on the 20th, these other friends want you to go to their Christmas party because they're spending the 24th, 25th, 26th with their family. And then on the 21st, you guys get where I'm going with this? You understand? There's so many Christmas events. So when that part happens, and that we have still have a couple months to go until there, I really want you to pick and choose wisely on what's important to you and what's essential to either your careers, your livelihood, your, or is it just like a Jimmy Joe down the street neighbor that's throwing a backyard barbecue and he's like, yeah, come around. We've got lots of beers and burgers and like just pick and choose wisely, right? So the whole point of the 70-day challenge is to make sure that you guys have this motivation in this season to stay on track and push harder than you have. And the reason I have 3 levels though is because I understand that everyone is different and I can't force you to do anything you don't want to do. I want to give you options on how you take this challenge forward. Does that make sense? If I stood here and said to you guys, you must do everything I said, would you guys be like, huh? Okay, or would you be like, okay, no problem, yeah, I'll do everything? No, you'd be like, yeah, Julianne's like, yeah, I lost all this weight and you told me what to do and I trusted the process. I would actually do everything you said. But I'm going to give you 3 levels that are still going to get you to where you want to be. I also have recommendations for all of you because I know, you know, who you are, how you train, this kind of thing. But before we get into that, I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna dive in to how it works, okay? Can you guys see my screen? Oh, now I can't see you guys. Where the heck did you guys go? There you are. Okay, there you are. Excellent. You guys see my screen? Cool. So the 70-day Ultimate You Challenge. We're gonna run this different than I've ever run a challenge before. Often in K2Fit Challenge, which was my signature program for 10 years, it would be either extremely strict or extremely lackadaisical, like whatever you kind of wanted to do, because I didn't want to push anyone too hard. Now that you guys are 365ers, I know where you're at and where you should be. I will be encouraging you to push harder than maybe your comfort level, just a little bit harder to make sure that you're getting the results that we want. Um, so team, here, I'm just moving this around a little bit, sorry. So we're doing October 31st, 13th to December 21st. You guys know all about this. Of course, we're going to have everything in the app for you guys, depending on what your personal program is and what goes on. And anytime you guys need a one-to-one request, let me know, but be on these calls so you make sure that, because they're going to be tailored throughout the challenge to make sure that you're on track. So we have the three levels I mentioned, right? And I say mom, sorry, Peter, I love you, bud. I know you're not a mom right now, but get a cat and then mom all the way. He's set. But if it still applies, everything applies, buddy. Um, so I got this inspiration to run the challenge this way from a very famous program, not so famous that you would actually know it, because I actually asked a lot of people in the program. I asked all my coaches. They were like, we don't know what this is. But it's called 75 Hard, and you can have a look at it later if you want, but it's very extreme and very restrictive. And if you guys know me at all, you know that I'm not a really restrictive coach. I really want balance in life and make sure it's sustainable for the long run. But with that said, I thought we'd up it a little bit and give the option of the three levels. So 70 hard, because it's a 10-week challenge. That is the discipline, right? This is like a full reset, take control, be super disciplined, and really go all in, which is close to the all or nothing mindset that I'm not a huge fan of, but it serves its purpose. And that's why it's 70 hard, because when something comes up that's not on your list of to-dos and to be part of your 70 hard, you literally have to say no. It's not it's you know how we talk about non-negotiables? It's a non-negotiable. So if you go into it and it says no alcohol and an event comes up and you're like, but you've committed to 70 hard. All right? So this is just a quick overview. 70 Goldie and hi Scylla. Welcome, buddy. 70 Goldie is the Goldilocks plan, which is what I would say to be our, just right kind of challenge. We want to challenge ourselves, we want amazing results, but we don't want to go totally all or nothing. So it should fit our life, but it should be harder than harder is not the right word, but more challenging, aka challenge, than the regular everyday program that we've been doing for 365 or the last time you've had a program change, right? 70 easy is about habits. It's about building confidence through small victories. It's creating the habits without overwhelming, because 70 hard has this many things to do and 70 Goldie has this many things to do. So it's just breaking it down to more essential habits that are going to get you long-term success. So it's up to you what works for you guys. And as I put here, choose your own adventure, ask me how. We're going to get into that a little bit later. Thoughts or questions so far? I'll take a quick break. All good? I'll dive into the details, okay? So 70 hard, again, you don't have to be a mom to do this, but it's just how I worded this. But 70 hard is the discipline, right? You're doing 6 workouts weekly. It's a 45-minute workout per day, including an active rest. So yoga, walk, play, that thing. So it doesn't have to be 6 workouts in the gym, but it definitely has to be 6 activities, conscious workouts that and what even walk is a little loose, to be honest, but 6 active workouts in the week, which is actually very doable, because it can be like a yoga session or a 20-minute body weight workout, something like that. But it doesn't have to be an hour at the gym every single day. Strict nutrition plan. I just put these three things, but your three things could be slightly altered if you want. That's where the choose your own adventure comes in. But for example, no alcohol, no deep fried foods, no cheat meals. So you're like very strict on that. We can, as I said, alter it a little bit, but it needs to be within this kind of concept. It can't be like no green beans, because that would be the opposite of what we're trying to achieve here. No vegetables. No, can't be that. All right. We got to keep it in line with our goals. Hydration goal, 3 liters of water a day. So if you're like at the end of the night, you're like, oh crap, I only drank 3.5 liters or whatever, you have to drink 500 more mils because you want to get to that goal. So it's really about discipline and like ticking boxes. Mindset development, 10 pages of self-development reading. So that can be a self-help book, that could be something on growth or business, something that is giving you a level up in your growth mindset. And progress tracking, daily progress photos. That's an interesting one. You don't have to do all sides. In 75 Hard, the original that I took some methods from, it was just like a front photo, like front photo. So you could kind of like flip book it at the end. You know, does everyone remember what a flip book is? Where it's like got the sketch and they're moving pictures. But yours will just be like, no, it won't be like, but you'll just get leaner and buffer as you go. Um, Food logging, you guys, I think are all doing that actually, MyFitnessPal or tracking in some way, and before and after measurements. So when I say before and after measurements, I mean at the beginning and at the end. You don't have to do it every day. That would be extremely tedious, which is why 75 hard is very hard. Any questions on this page? Everything clear? Great. We'll build your own adventure at the end once you've heard all three, okay? The Goldie, which is the Goldilocks plan, is just right. This bed is not, this bed's too hard. This bed's too soft. This bed's just right. Okay, so this is like the balance builder. It's challenging, but it's flexible to you and your needs. So it gives you a little bit more leeway, right? So we're talking 4 to 5 workouts weekly, 30 to 45 minutes each day. Again, a mix of strength, cardio, yoga, outdoor walks, that kind of thing. But you have to hit 4 to 5. So if it's Sunday and your friend's got a birthday party and you've only hit 3 workouts, what are you going to do? You're going to work out before your friend's birthday and then you go do it because you have that very strict, like, hey, at least I got to get 4, right? Balanced nutrition, the 80-20, that's what we practice all the time in K2Fit365. So you can have the occasional thing, but really being conscious that it doesn't go 60-40, because that does happen during holidays or events, this kind of thing. So making sure that 80-20 is the goal. Daily hydration, oh, I thought I made this one 2.5 to 3, but we can go with it. But 3 liters per day. And then with the mindset work, it's more flexible. It's either 10 pages of reading, which is what the hard was. It's reading, so a tangible book or however you read books, or 10 minutes journaling or podcast. So some people like to listen to podcasts. With that said, I would recommend that it's conscious listening to the podcast. Like you're able to listen. It's not you on a walk talking with a friend, but having a podcast here. It would be like maybe at the gym, you could manage the two, or going for a walk on your own, manage the two, but not too many distractions in it. And then simple tracking. So you log your workouts and food, and you do before and after measurements. So that means beginning and end of the challenge, day 1, day 70. So you don't have to do tracking every single day for photos or anything. Questions on the Goldie? Everything clear so far? Okay, let's roll. So 70 easy. We were gonna call this something different. I can't remember. But I want it to sound like it's just so doable that anyone that is just coming in or coming from an injury or from a hard spot right now, maybe they're struggling in, emotional, mental, physical way, that this would be like a building block to where they want to be. So it's the habit builder. So 3 weekly workouts, 30 minutes activities you enjoy. Of course, there will be workouts set up in the app as well, but it's just making sure that you hit three in a week. Nutrition shifts like cleaning up kitchen, reducing processed foods. The first things that we do in 365, focus on balanced meals. Just make sure that you're putting veggies in your fridge more than chips on your countertop. And manageable hydration, 2 to 2.5 liters a day. I have friends, family, clients, members that still don't hit two. So that's why it is set at two, because it's still, it's actually what we should be at the bare minimum. And a lot of people still don't hit it. So I wanted to make sure that that was the challenge of this, to just set it. I couldn't set that too low. You know what I mean? And mindset practice, 5 pages of reading or 5 pages or 5 journaling minutes, 10 minutes of a podcast. Then, of course, weekly check-ins with reflection, which we will do also in the harder levels. I just wanted to make this clear in here. It's more about journaling and understanding the steps you're taking to get wins. Questions on the habit builder? All clear? Okay. All right. So we're going to move to the next part. All right. So everything is going to be included on the app, no matter what level you choose. You still get personalized programs and communication, coaching, etc. So just you guys who are already in 365, don't even worry about that, because you know how it runs and how it works. This is just the level up to make sure we stay on track until Christmas. Uh, how we're doing it. Week 1 and 2, we're establishing routine, getting the habits up, find your rhythm, increase consistency. 6 to 8, level up if you're ready for more of a challenge. So that means if you chose easy, but you want to go to Goldie, or you've chose Goldie and you're like, you know what? I'm actually doing really well at saying no to things that, normally I wouldn't. You can progress your level up in that way. Okay. And then weeks 9 to 10, we're going to celebrate and plan next steps, of course, because we're going to roll into 2020. We're not just going to stop at December 21st and be like, okay, we're done working out now. Bye-bye. We go next steps as usual. Any questions, team? Nope. All right, keep rolling. So no matter what level you choose, just make sure we're doing the photos at the beginning and the end. Absolutely, no matter what, every level has that, okay? We need to see that change that happens that you cannot see in the mirror, I promise you. 25 years of coaching, and the people that were like, oh, I didn't do my beginning photos. I should have. I've changed so much. Oh my gosh. To the people that did them, no matter, they were like, oh, I don't look at my photos. I'm going to delete them. You keep them, coach. And then they look at them and be like, oh my God, look how good I did. Like, but they'd be so happy to see and feel the changes they've made. And remember, this is always, it's not just body transformation. Of course, we all have body goals, but this is lifestyle, guys. We're building new habits, new mindsets, new ways of living at our best self. So make sure you do your photos, measurements, and habit tracking throughout. If you can, try to be in the same position. I used Malin. She's like a captain of ours. She had a bit different stance and whatnot, which is okay, but it would be cooler if she had her arm back here and here, because you'd see her waist here as well, because it was quite wide. Sorry, she's not white, but like in the difference when you see the photos and you see her. So if you can make your the way you stand the same across the board. So if you decide to stand like this at the beginning, stand like this. I would advise you to stand like this though, so you can see your waist and see the change there. Any questions about photos, measurements? All good, team? All right, I'm gonna exit here. I've put only 20 spots here. The reason for that is because I'm inviting, if people would like, if you have any friends, family that you know that could benefit, as you guys all have in K2Fit, then please share this out with them because we're taking on members for a short period of time. Whereas normally I ask you guys all to be with me 365 days so we can be in our best transformation, our whole lifestyle journey. But I think the way I've set up this challenge compared to how challenges were before. Who's been in a K2Fit challenge before with me? Yeah, okay, fantastic. Yes, good. So you guys kind of know how they run. This is definitely different in the commitment level because I want it to be that level up that people are committed, and then we can progress them. As I said, when we're going to 2026, we're not just going to stop like, and that's it. We just no more working out. But that's the thing that used to happen in the 10-week challenge, is that people would work out their butts off, literally and physically, and they would finish the challenge and be like, cool. And then I'd see them next year for the next challenge. And that was the cycle. I'm trying to break that cycle. You guys have already broken it. You're in 365. You're already committed to your change for the long haul. But I want to make that something that people have the opportunity to join for this 10 week, but continue. So if you have friends, family that you think that could benefit, or have, maybe you've heard people say, oh, not liking my body, or I want to change, or I keep going to social events, or, the things that we complain about that we don't do anything until we get the right place. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that part out there. And now back to us 365ers. How can I best help you guys choose your level? Did you guys have any thoughts as I went along with it right now? Hmm? Peter? I don't know where I'm pointing. I know where I'm pointing, but I don't know where you are on the screen.
I have the same problem which I have every year. This time in Canton Fair, I'll be there. I'll be Canton there Fair 4 days.
Hmm.
After that, I have a client 6 days. I'm not sure that period I'll be able to work out. It's a different client this time, so I have to stick to him. But I'll be walking a lot.
So, okay, but so then on those days that you're with your client, can you make the non-negotiables so we can make this is where the flexible comes in, right? You choose your plan, but then you make the non-negotiables when you're in Guangzhou that even though you have to see your client every day, Monday we could do Monday's burpees. You do 50 burpees before you get in the shower, and then you go see your client. And Tuesday you do like 50 squats, like just something to make sure that you're not just like letting go, right? So it doesn't have to be so complicated, but I would start thinking about that now because then we can just be like, these are the non-negotiables in this period. And
Mhm.
yes, I still pay attention to my client. I would look at as usual, food, mindset, and movement for that time. What can you actually do? Because I don't know, like,
Actually,
yeah.
actually, the food part, the last two fairs I've done pretty well.
Yeah, yeah, you did. Yeah, yeah.
So that food part, non-negotiables, I'm pretty good with. I mean, I'm not going to say pretty good, but occasionally I get tempted, but I'm pretty in control that time.
Okay, perfect. So maybe it's just making sure that you know, yeah, what you're gonna do for food and those movement. I would do something in the morning, 5 minutes, So you feel like I got a workout in because there's so much you can do in 5 minutes, guys. Like when I have quick workouts where they're like the nannies are calling, I was like, okay, I'm back or whatever. I just like slam on a few sets and then the next day I'm still like, oh, okay, I did good workout. It doesn't have to be like the 45 minutes, an hour long. Okay,
Yeah,
cool, cool. But then the rest is full on.
normal. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, good man. Anyone else have any questions or thoughts? And Scylla, it's nice to see you. I know you're not on like line right now, but we chatted the other day and it's good to see you on the call.
Actually, that's the reason that in my 8 days holiday goals, which I wrote yesterday, I want to concentrate a lot on the workouts and the runs this next 8 days also.
Mm, because you know that Canton Fair is coming, right?
Yeah. And I'm
So,
not going out anywhere for holidays, so
so,
I want to take it
yeah,
up.
heavy now, heavy
Mhm,
now, maintain in Canton, and then up again.
mhm.
Yep, cool. Sweet. Julianne, Panda, do you guys have any thoughts or questions?
Questions, not really, Kara, but I do have thoughts. I read your presentation before the call, and yeah, yeah, I know, teacher's pet.
Yeah. Okay.
um, yeah, and when I saw the first slide where you explained the different levels, I knew exactly. I thought, I'm gonna go for hard. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's the one that you're choosing for me anyway.
Yeah.
Um, and then I looked at the descriptions and I thought, oh, hard is really hard. Maybe I'm not going for that one.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, those were
okay.
my thoughts.
That's good thoughts.
Just because it's more
What's
challenging, obviously.
what's the because so I won't tell you mine yet, but I have a mix between my Goldie and Heart because I'm not for the next couple months we have a bunch of people visiting, building and stuff, a bunch of
Mm,
excuses basically that I can and use and like have to manage though, but I know that there's going to be like abrupt things that are going to
yeah.
get me stuck on a few things. So I'm building a middle plan between those. So was there something specific that in the hard plan that you were like,
Yeah, I think the daily pictures scared me a little bit, but you just explained it's only one.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
One is different than three, although if you take one, you can take three, to be honest. um, and I think there was something else, but I cannot remember right now. Oh, because I thought, because uni has just started again as well,
mm-hmm.
and
Okay. Oh, did I
I have
forget?
enough time with uni. But I think, again, you said 45 minutes. It's not an hour or 1.5 every day.
Mm,
It's 45. Uh, so I think I can do 45. And you said one is an active rest, so
yes.
it's not
Yes.
completely sick. So I could just do one yoga thing or just go for a walk or whatever.
Yeah. I think you can definitely do the 45 per day, Julianne, for sure. I think you maybe my mindset like thinking about it like, oh, is it 60? But I think you will actually do it. Do you know what I mean? Like I think it won't
Yeah,
be a difficult thing for you once you're just like, oh, I just need to okay, maybe I just go for a run today instead. Uh,
yeah, exactly.
because you're in such a flow right now that I don't think that will be a stopping. But I did wonder about the
Mm,
photos for you and for many people. Honestly, that one's like a little even I'm like,
yeah.
do I really have to get like in my I live at a beach. Do I really have to get in my
I
beach
know.
every day to take a photo?
Yeah.
Like, um,
And I find the photos difficult anyway. But it's still good that we're doing them. I mean, I'm glad we did them, although I
yes,
don't like
yes.
to look at the first ones. I hate them, but um,
But
it's still good because it really visualizes.
Yeah, yeah.
how we change. It's good.
Do you find photos for you more mental, like it's hard, or set up, like you're doing a like a selfie and setting up the camera?
No, it's the first thing, the mental,
Okay.
like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
particularly
Okay.
the first one. I mean, now it's getting better.
Hmm.
Because when I look at my photos, I don't think, "Ooh,"
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all right.
Hmm.
So that's a bit better than in the beginning.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. So go through the PDF again on your
Yeah.
own, and we can discuss further before
Hmm.
we still have 13 days, everyone. I suggest everyone go through that and
Okay.
think of choose your own adventure. You remember those books? Choose your own adventure. You'd turn right or you'd go down
No.
the dark. Did anyone have choose your own adventure? Or is it just me? Panda, you did. So maybe it's a North American thing. So, Panda, you're more articulate than me. Can you quickly describe what a choose your own adventure book is?
So a choose your own adventure book. They also have them on Netflix, actually, in kids programs where you can interactively choose what the characters are going to do to choose your own storyline. So what you do is you just make your own choice in the storyline, and the story is already written out with like what each choice is going to happen.
Mm.
But you're like, oh, okay, like today I'm going to have my pumpkin. It's Halloween, you guys. So I'm on pumpkins right now. My little pumpkin is going to go through, the dark forest instead of through the mystical fairyland. And it goes on different tracks. And then the next time I can choose for it to go down the mystical fairyland instead of the dark forest, and it will do something different
Mm.
story too. So with this, you get to choose your own level and get the different results that you think you're going to get.
Mm.
And Julianne, I don't know you, but it sounds like you're ready for the hard. I mean, you're already there. You're already pushing yourself. You ran 6K yesterday because I can't stop at 20 minutes. You're fine. And if one day you don't get a full 45 minutes in and you only get 30 in, it doesn't mean that you didn't succeed. It just means that's what you did for the day.
Mm.
Simply that.
Yeah.
Doing it. So I think that you should challenge yourself to do the hard. And I understand with uni and stuff like that. I'm also there as well. And I have two twin toddlers running around my house, and I am queen of excuses this day in my age, my life. Oh my good Lord. So yeah, I get it, but don't let what you see on paper
Mm.
challenge what you know you can actually do in real life.
Mm. Wise words from Panda. Coach Panda, thanks
Very
for
well.
showing up, bud.
Working on it. What?
I love it. Love it. Amazing. So yeah, take it everyone home for homework. Go through the PDF. It's in the group. If you missed it, ask in the group chat, where's the PDF? And someone will send it. Um, but yeah, we can make it work for you and still have amazing results at the end because that's where the coaching comes in, right? We will coach you if you choose this path a little bit. We're gonna help you through to the end of your own story, and it's still going to be amazing. So go through that. That's the homework for everyone. Before we close out, Panda, did you have any questions or Scylla? I know you're maybe doing something, but Panda or Scylla, did you have anything? Panda, all good. Scylla, all good. Can we take a quick photo then while your beautiful face is
I'm just excited. That's it.
just
I'm just
excited?
excited.
Oh, I'm excited too. Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
all right, team, let's take a quick photo. Say cheese or cheese or smile. All right, you're gorgeous. All right, you guys, amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you need anything, put it in the group. The more info stuff that pops up, the I know sometimes the chat can be long and stuff, but it doesn't take long to scroll. And the inspiration that shines through, the motivation that comes through from you guys, sometimes from me, sometimes from Coach Elizabeth, whatnot. Just take a minute to be there in the group. I set a time once a day actually, and I'm the coach. I'm like, okay, this is my time to go in this group and check what's going on. I would suggest you do the same as we're coming up to the 70 day, because I'm going to put more information as we come up to make sure that everyone knows exactly what's going on. Okay? All right, team. Have an amazing night, amazing week, and I'll see you in the chats. Love you guys. Keeping your amazing selves. See you soon. Bye.
Holidays. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.